There are some expensive cities in the world which will cost more than $1 million to live in. Let's see top most expensive cities in the world. Make sure to watch until number 1 because it's one of the most expensive city you will ever see. Number 10. Beijing. Beijing is the capital of the People's Republic of China. It is the world's most populous national capital city with over 21 million residents within an administrative area of 16,410.5 square kilometers. It is located in the northern China and is governed as a municipality under the direct administration of the State Council with 16 urban, suburban, and rural districts. Beijing is a global city and one of the world's leading centers for culture, diplomacy and politics, business and economics, education, language, and science and technology. Beijing is one of the oldest cities in the world with a rich history dating back 3 millennia. The China Residential Housing Market Development Monthly Analytical Report released by the China Academy of Social Sciences indicates that Beijing's median home price is currently 4.02 million yuan per unit or $620,000, which is the highest among cities sampled. A family of 4 members would need an income of $100,000 to make ends meet in this stylish city. Number 9. Geneva. Geneva is the second most populous city in Switzerland and the most populous city of Romandie, the French-speaking part of Switzerland. Geneva is a global city, a financial center, and a worldwide center for diplomacy due to the presence of numerous international organizations, including the headquarters of many agencies of the United Nations and the Red Cross. Geneva hosts the highest number of international organizations in the world. In 2017, Geneva was ranked as the world's 15th most important financial center for competitiveness by the Global Financial Centers Index, which is the 5th in Europe behind London. And back in 2019, Geneva was ranked among the 10 most livable cities in the world. The median home price tags are found to be in millions and most of the property are rented. A family of 4 members would need an income of $110,000 to make ends meet in this cozy city. Number 8. Bern. Bern is the capital of Switzerland. It is the second most populous city of Switzerland's cantons and 5th most populous city in Switzerland. This region is extremely mountainous and is noted for its great scenic beauty. The Midlands consists of the Ahr Valley below Thun, the Am River Valley, the foothills of the High Alps, and the plain around the city of Bern. Perhaps the most famous Bern landmark is the Bear Pit, where bears have been kept on display at the city's expense since 1480. Old Bern was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. The median home price tags found to be in millions. Most of the property here are rented. Family of 4 people will require a total cost of living around $110,000 in Bern. The average rent in Bern for a 3-bedroom apartment in the city center is approximately $50,000 per month, and utilities cost around $7,000 per month. Other costs will be around $5,000, including markets, transportation, restaurants, and sports and leisure for each person. Number 7. Shanghai. Shanghai is one of the direct administered municipalities of the People's Republic of China, governed by the State Council. The city is located on the southern estuary of the Yangtze River, giving the city a scenic beauty. It is the most populous urban area in China and one of the most populous city proper in the world. Shanghai is a global center for finance, research, technology, manufacturing, transportation, and the port of Shanghai is the world's busiest container port. Shanghai grew its importance in the 19th century due to both domestic and foreign trade and its favorable port location. Shanghai is sometimes described as the showpiece of the booming economy of China. It features several architectural styles such as Art Deco and Shikumen, and the city is renowned for its Lujiazui skyline, museums, and historic buildings, including the City God Temple, Yu Garden, the China Pavilion, and buildings along the Bund. Every year, China investors are given warning that Shanghai housing prices are out of control. They have been rising precipitously now for at least a decade, with an average of 1,000 square foot apartment in Shanghai going for $725,000 or around 5 million yuan. The per capita GDP contribution of Shanghai amounted to around 157,300 yuan in 2019, up from 148,700 yuan in the previous year. Shanghai is one of the largest cities in China. In terms of GDP, in 2019, it was also the Chinese city with the largest GDP contribution, followed by Beijing and Shenzhen. Number 6. New York City. New York City, often simply called New York, is the most populous city in the United States. It is located at the southern tip of the state of New York. The city is the center of the New York metropolitan area, the largest metropolitan area in the world by urban landmass, with almost 20 million people in its metropolitan area. It is one of the world's most populous megacities. New York City has been described as the cultural, financial, and media capital of the world, significantly influencing commerce, entertainment, research, technology, education, politics, tourism, art, fashion, and sports, and is the most photographed city in the world. It is home to the headquarters of the United Nations. New York is an important center for international diplomacy and has sometimes been called the capital of the world. The median cost of homes in the 5 boroughs of New York is about $652,000 compared with a national median of $272,446,000. Number 5. Singapore. Singapore, officially the Republic of Singapore, is a sovereign island city-state in the maritime Southeast Asia. It lies about 1 degree of latitude north of the equator at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula and shares its boundaries with the Straits of Malacca to the west, Indonesia to the south, and the South China Sea to the east. Singapore is a wealthy city-state in Southeast Asia. Once a British colonial trading post, today it is a thriving global financial hub and described as one of Asia's economic tigers. It is also renowned for its conservatism and strict local laws, and the country prides itself on its stability and security. The median cost of homes in Singapore goes from millions to dollars. Singapore GDP per capita for 2019 was $65,233, a 1.44% decline from 2018. Number 4. Zurich. Zurich is the largest city in Switzerland and the capital of the canton of Zurich. It is located in the north-central Switzerland at the northwestern tip of Lake Zurich. It is situated at 408 meters above sea level on the lower end of Lake Zurich, about 30 kilometers north of the Alps, nestling between the wooded hills on the west and east side. It is an upmarket banking city and the financial capital of Switzerland. It, therefore, comes as no surprise that it's often labeled as the most expensive city in the world. Zurich is famous for luxurious lifestyles, high-end shopping, and fancy chocolates. However, despite its expense and extravagance, it is also ranked as one of the best cities to live in the world. The areas surrounding are almost completely developed with residential, industrial, and commercial zones. The sunny and desirable residential areas in the hills overlooking Zurich, Weidberg, and Zurichberg, and the bottom part of the slope on the western side of the valley on the Utelberg are also densely built. Zurich GDP capita income for 2020 was $81,867, a 2.11% increase from 2018. A family of 4 members would need an income of $120,000 to make ends meet in this beautiful city. Number 3. Tokyo. Tokyo is the capital of Japan, located at the head of Tokyo Bay. Tokyo is the political and economic center of the country, as well as the seat of Emperor of Japan and the national government. The Greater Tokyo area is the most populous metropolitan area in the world, with more than 37.393 million residents as of 2020. Tokyo is the largest urban economy in the world by gross domestic product and is categorized as an Alpha Plus city by the Globalization and World Cities Research Network. Part of an industrial region that includes the cities of Yokohama, Kawasaki, and Chiba, Tokyo is Japan's leading center of business and finance. In 2019, it hosted 36 of the 14 Global 500 companies. In 2020, it ranked 4th on the Global Financial Centers Index, behind New York, London, and Shanghai. Tokyo has the world's tallest tower, Tokyo Skytree, and the world's largest underground floodwater diversion facility, MODOK. The Tokyo Metro Ginza Line is the oldest underground metro line in East Asia. In 1927, Tokyo is famous for anime, electronics, manga, and video games. Akihabara is the epicenter of it all. It becomes a jungle of electric lights and colors at night, providing a sensory overload for visitors. The average price of a newly constructed house in the western suburbs of Tokyo is $394,000. Tokyo's GDP per capita is around $68,776. Number 2. Ashgabat. It is the capital and the largest city of Turkmenistan. It is situated between the Karakum Desert and the Kopet Dag mountain range in Central Asia. It is also near the Iran-Turkmenistan border. The Soviet-era Karakum Canal runs through the city, carrying waters from the Amu Darya from east to west. Since 2019, the city has been recognized as having one of the highest costs of living in the world, largely due to Turkmenistan's inflation and import issues. Known for its autocratic government and large gas reserves, Turkmenistan also has a reputation as an island of stability in rest of Central Asia. Despite its gas wealth, much of Turkmenistan's population is still impoverished. Price of a 1,000 square meter of apartment in the city center can cost $6,365,000, making it the second most expensive city in the world. Number 1. Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a metropolitan area and special administrative region of the People's Republic of China on the eastern Pearl River Delta of the South China Sea. Hong Kong is one of the most densely populated places in the world. The territory has become one of the world's most significant financial centers and commercial ports. It is the world's 10th largest exporter and 9th largest importer. Hong Kong has a major capitalist service economy characterized by low taxation and free trade, and its currency, the Hong Kong dollar, is the 8th most traded currency in the world. Hong Kong is home to the second highest number of billionaires of any city in the world, the highest number of billionaires of any city in Asia, and the largest concentration of ultra-high net worth individuals of any city in the world. Although the city has one of the highest per capita incomes per se, severe income inequality exists, as well as a growing housing affordability and shortage crisis among the population, which makes Hong Kong the most expensive city in the world. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment saying, "I subscribed," and I'll personally reply to your comment. Check out this playlist of my top 10 videos of Top Luxury, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care!